Shalom, shalom. Well, tonight I'm just going to cut to the chase. Reads Jasher 83 and 84, Deuteronomy 28, and Psalms 109. So Jasher 83, and in the 12th month, in the 23rd day of the month, Moshe took Aaron and his sons and dressed them in their garments and anointed them and did unto them as Yahuwah had commanded. And Moshe brought up all the offerings which Yahuwah had on that day commanded him. Moshe afterward took Aaron and his sons and said to them, For 7 days shall you remain at the door of the tabernacle. For thus am I commanded. And Aaron and his sons did all that Yahuwah had commanded them through Moshe. And they remained for 7 days at the door of the tabernacle. And on the 8th day, being the first day of the month, in the 2nd year from Yasharel's departure from Mitzrayim, Moshe erected the sanctuary. And Moshe put up all the furniture of the tabernacle and all the furniture of the sanctuary. And he did all that Yahuwah had commanded him. And Moshe called to Aaron and his sons, and they brought the ascending smoke offering and the sin offering for themselves and the children of Yasharel, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. On that day, the two sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, took strange fire and brought it before Yahuwah, who had not commanded them. And a fire went forth from before Yahuwah and consumed them, and they died before Yahuwah on that day. Then on the day when Moshe had completed to erect the sanctuary, the princes of the children of Yasharel began to bring their offerings before Yahuwah for the dedication of the altar. And they brought up their offerings, each prince for 1 day, a prince for each day, for 12 days. And all the offerings which they brought, each man in his day, 1 silver charger weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full with fine flour mingled with oil for an oblation. 1 spoon weighing 10 shekels of gold full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for an ascended smoke offering, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of a year old. And thus did the 12 princes of Yasharel day by day, each man in his day. And before I move on, this happened right after they had harassed Yahuwah for meat, and he sent those quail among them. And they ate those quail until they literally killed themselves eating them, that quail. And all they had to do was wait until after the temple was erected, until the appointed time, and look what he wanted them to eat. He wanted them to eat the young bullock, the ram, a lamb, a kid of the goat, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of a year old. That's a lot better than some quail. All they had to do was wait until the appointed time of Yahuwah instead of being impatient and accusing Yahuwah of bringing them out to the desert to die. And so 14, thus did the 12 princes of Yasharel day by day, each man in his day. And it was after this in the 30th or the 13th day of the month that Moshe commanded the children of Yasharel to observe the Pesach, the Passover. And the children of Yasharel kept the Pesach in its season in the 14th day of the month. As Yahuwah had commanded Moshe, so did the children of Yasharel. And in the second month, on the first day thereof, Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Number the heads of all the males of the children of Yasharel from 20 years old and upward, you and your brother Aaron, and the 12 princes of Yasharel. And Moshe did so. And Aaron came with the 12 princes of Yasharel, and they numbered the children of Yasharel in the wilderness of Sinai. And the numbers of the children of Yasharel by the houses of their fathers from 20 years old and upward were 603,550. But the children of Levi were not numbered amongst their brethren and the children of Yasharel. Why? Because they didn't take part in worshiping the false god that they harassed Aaron to erect while Moses was up in the mountain communing with Yahuwah and learning all the laws and commandments and the statutes that he wanted us to, the original ones that he wanted us to go by at first, until he saw what they were doing to worship that false god, that false bullock that they said had brought them up out of the wilderness, or had brought them out of Egypt. They were having all kind of orgies. They were doing all kind of abominable and blasphemous things, which caused Yahuwah to have Moses to break that first tablet. And Moses had to go back up for 40 more days. And I'm pretty sure the laws were all different when he sent him back down, because those curses in Deuteronomy 28, he wouldn't have had to warn us of those curses if he didn't know that we felt it was okay to do that kind of thing. So I can imagine that those things that he warned us not to do in Deuteronomy 28, he caught the children of Israel doing while they were worshiping that false god. But anyway, so Levi and his children, Aaron's children, the Levites, they didn't take part in that. 21, but the children of Levi were not numbered amongst their brethren, the children of Yasharel. Aaron and Moses were from the tribe of Levi. And the number of all the males of the children of Yasharel from 1 month old and upward was 22,223, or 73. And the number of the children of Levi from 1 month old and above was 22,000. And Moshe placed the priests and the Leviim, each man to his service and to his burden, to serve the sanctuary of the tabernacle as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. And on the 20th day of the month, the cloud was taken away from the tabernacle of the testimony. At that time, the children of Yasharel continued their journey from the wilderness of Sinai, and they took a journey of 3 days. And the cloud rested upon the wilderness of Paran, where the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yasharel, for they had provoked Yahuwah in asking him for meat that they might eat. And Yahuwah hearkened to their voice and gave them meat, which they ate for 1 month. But after this, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against them, and he smote them with a great slaughter, and they were buried there in that place. And the children of Yasharel called that place Kirat Ta'ava, because they were buried. There they were buried, or there they buried the people that lusted for flesh. And they departed from Kirat Ta'ava, and pitched in Sarat, which is in the wilderness of Paran. And while the children of Yasharel were in Sarat, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Miriam on account of Moshe, and she became leprous, white as snow. And she was confined without the camp for 7 days until she had been received again after her leprosy. The children of Yasharel afterward departed from Sarat and pitched in the end of the wilderness of Paran. At that time Yahuwah spoke to Moshe to send 12 men from the children of Yasharel, one man to a tribe, to go and explore the land of Canaan. And Moshe sent 12 men, and they came to the land of Canaan to search and examine it. And they explored the whole land from the wilderness of Sin to Rechob, as you come to Kamat. And at the end of 40 days they came to Moshe and Aaron, and they brought him word as it was in their hearts. And 10 of the men brought up an evil report to the children of Yasharel of the land which they had explored, saying, "It is better for us to return to Mizraim than to go into this land, a land that consumes its inhabitants." Oh my God. But Yahusha the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were of those that explored the land, said, "The land is exceedingly good. If Yahuwah delights in us, then he will bring us to this land and give it to us, for it is a land flowing with milk and honey." But the children of Yasharel would not hearken to them, and they hearkened to the words of the 10 men who had brought up an evil report of the land. And Yahuwah heard the murmuring of the children of Yasharel, and he was angry and swore, saying, "Surely not one man of this wicked generation shall see the land from 20 years old and upward, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Yahusha the son of Nun. But surely this wicked generation shall perish in this wilderness, and their children shall come to the land, and they shall possess it." So the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yasharel, and he made them wander in the wilderness for 40 years, until the end of that wicked generation, because they did not follow Yahuwah. And the people dwelt in the wilderness of Param a long time, and they afterward proceeded to the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. 84. Yashar, 84. At that time, Korach the son of Netzar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, took many men of the children of Yasharel, and they rose up and quarreled with Moshe and Aaron and the whole assembly. And Yahuwah was angry with them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their houses and all belonging to them, and all the men belonging to Korach. Hey, cousin, love you. And after this, Elohim made the people go round by the way of Mount Seir for a long time. At that time, Yahuwah said unto Moshe, "Provoke not war against the children of Esau, for I will not give you anything that belongs to them, as much as the sole of the foot could tread upon, for I have given Mount Seir for an inheritance to Esau." Therefore did the children of Esau fight against the children of Seir. in former times, and Yahuwah had delivered the children of Seir into the hands of the children of Esau, and destroyed them from before them. And the children of Esau dwelt in their stead unto this day in Mount Seir. Therefore Yahuwah said to the children of Yasharel, fight not against the children of Esau your brethren, for nothing in their land belongs to you, but you may buy food of them for money and eat it, and you may buy water of them for money and drink it. And the children of Yasharel did according to the word of Yahuwah. And the children of Yasharel went about the wilderness, going round by the way of Mount Sinai for a long time, and touched not the children of Esau. And they continued in that district for 19 years. At that time died Latinus, king of the children of Kittim, in the 45th year of his reign. Kittim is Rome, I'm pretty sure. Latinus, the king of the children of Kittim, died in the 45th year of his reign, which is the 14th year of the children of Yasharel's departure from Mitzrayim. And they buried him in his place, which he had built for himself in the land of Kittim, and Abimnas reigned in his place for 38 years. And the children of Yasharel passed the boundary of the children of Esau in those days, at the end of 19 years. And they came and passed the road of the wilderness of Moab. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, besiege not Moab, and do not fight against them, for I will give you nothing of their land. And the children of Yasharel passed the road of the wilderness of Moab for 19 years, and they did not fight against them. And in the 36th year of the children of Yasharel's departing from Mitzrayim, Yahuwah smote the heart of Sichon, the king of the Amorim. And he waged war and went forth to fight against the children of Moab. And Sichon sent messengers to Beor, the son of Eanus, the son of Balaam, counselor to the king of Mitzrayim, and to Balaam his son, to curse Moab, in order that it might be delivered into the hand of Sichon. And the messenger went and brought Beor, the son of Eanus, and Balaam his son from Petor in Aram Naharaim, or Aram Naharaim. So Beor and Balaam his son came to the city of Sichon, and they cursed Moab and their king, and in the presence of Sichon, king of the Amorim. And it worked on Moab. So Sichon went out with his whole army, and he went to Moab and fought against them, and he subdued them. And Yahuwah delivered them into his hands, and Sichon slew the king of Moab. And Sichon took all the cities of Moab in the battle. He also took Kesbon from them, for Kesbon was one of the cities of Moab. And Sichon placed his princes and his nobles in Kesbon, and Kesbon belonged to Sichon all those days. Therefore the parable speakers, Beor and Balaam his son, uttered these words, saying, come to Kesbon, the city of Sichon will be built and established. Woe unto you, Moab, you are lost. O people of Chemosh, behold, it is written upon the sefer of the Torah of Elohim. And when Sichon had conquered Moab, he placed guards in the cities which he had taken from Moab. Hello, daughter. And a considerable number of the children of Moab fell in battle into the hand of Sichon, and he made a great capture of them, sons and daughters, and slew their king. So Sichon turned back to his own land. And Sichon gave numerous presents of silver and gold to Beor and Balaam his son, and he dismissed them. And they went to Aram Naharaim to their home and country. At that time, all the children of Yasharel passed from the road of the wilderness of Moab and returned and surrounded the wilderness of Edom. So the whole assembly came to the wilderness of Sin in the first month of the 14th year from their departure from Mitzrayim. And the children of Yasharel dwelt there in Kadesh of the wilderness of Sin. And Miriam died there, and she was buried there. At that time Moshe sent messengers to Hadad, king of Edom, saying, Thus says your brother Yasharel, Let me pass, I pray you, through your land. We will not pass through any field or vineyard. We will not drink the water of the well. We will walk in the king's road. And Edom said to him, You shall not pass through my country. And Edom went forth to meet the children of Yasharel with a mighty people. And the children of Esau refused to let the children of Yasharel pass through their land. So Yasharel removed from them and fought not against them. For that before this Yahuwah had commanded the children of Yasharel, saying, You shall not fight against the children of Esau. Therefore Yasharel removed from them and did not fight against them. And that's the way it is to this day. So the children of Yasharel departed from Kadesh, and all the people came to Mount Hor. At that time Yahuwah said to Moshe, Tell your brother Aaron that he shall die there, for he shall not come to the land which I have given the children of Yasharel. And Aaron went up at the command of Yahuwah to Mount Hor in the 40th year, in the 5th month, in the first day of the month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. I think I'll read 85. This is so relevant. It all is. For those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. And King Arad, the Canaanite, who dwelt in the Negev, heard that Yasharel had come by the way of the spies, and he arranged his forces to fight against Yasharel. And the children of Yasharel were greatly afraid of him, for he had a great and heavy army. So the children of Yasharel resolved to return to Mizraim. And the children of Yasharel turned back about the distance of 3 days' journey unto Maserat and Bani Yaakan, for they were greatly afraid on account of the king of the king Arad. And the children of Yasharel would not get back to their places, so they remained in Bnei Yaakan for 30 days. And the children of Levi saw that the children of Yasharel would not turn back. They were jealous for the sake of Yahuwah. Oh, my bad. 5 again. And when the children of Levi saw that the children of Yasharel would not turn back, they were jealous for the sake of Yahuwah, and they rose up and fought against Yasharel, their brethren, and slew them, a great body, and forced them to turn back to their place, Mount Hor. And when they turned, King Arad was still arranging his host for battle against Yasharel. And Yasharel vowed a vow, saying, If you will deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. And Yahuwah hearkened to the voice of Yasharel, and he delivered the Canaanim into their hand. And he utterly destroyed them in their cities. And he called the name of the place Kormah. And the children of Yasharel journeyed from Mount Hor and pitched in Ovad. And they journeyed from Ovad, and they pitched at Aye Ha'avarim, in the border of Moab. And the children of Yasharel sent to Moab, saying, Let us pass now through your land into our place. But the children of Moab would not suffer the children of Yasharel to pass through their land. For the children of Moab were greatly afraid, lest the children of Yasharel should do unto them as Sihon, king of the Amorim, had done to them, who had taken their land and slain many of them. Therefore Moab would not suffer Yasharel to pass through his land. And Yahuwah commanded the children of Yasharel, saying that they should not fight against Moab. So Yasharel removed from Moab. And the children of Yasharel journeyed from the border of Moab, and they came to the other side of Arnon, the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorim. And they pitched in the border of Sihon, king of the Amorim, in the wilderness of Kedemot. And the children of Yasharel sent messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorim, saying, Let us pass through your land. We will not turn into the fields or into the vineyards. We will go along the king's highway until we have passed your border. But Sihon would not suffer Yasharel to pass. So Sihon collected all the people of the Amorim and went forth into the wilderness to meet the children of Yasharel, and he fought against Yasharel in Yahatz. And Yahuwah delivered Sihon, king of the Amorim, into the hand of the children of Yasharel, and Yasharel smote all the people of Sihon with the edge of the sword, and avenged the cause of Moab. And the children of Yasharel took possession of the land of Sihon from Aram unto Yabat, unto the children of Ammon. And they took all the spoil of the cities, and Yasharel took all these cities, and Yasharel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorim. And all the children of Yasharel resolved to fight against the children of Ammon, to take their land also. So Yahuwah said to the children of Yasharel, Do not besiege the children of Ammon, neither stir up battle against them, for I will give nothing to you of their land. And the children of Yasharel hearkened to the word of Yahuwah, and did not fight against the children of Ammon. And the children of Yasharel turned and went up by the way of Bashan to the land of Og, king of Bashan. And Og the king of Bashan went out to meet Yasharel in battle. And he had with him many valiant men and a very strong force from the people of the Amorim. And Og king of Bashan was a very powerful man. But Naaron his son was exceedingly powerful, even stronger than he was. And Og said in his heart, Behold now, while the whole camp of Yasharel takes up a space of 3 parsa, a Talmudic term for 4 miles, each mile consisting of 2,000 cubits. Oh, wow, that was a lot of people. Behold, now the whole camp of Yasharel takes up a space of 3 parsa. Now will I smite them at once without sword or spear. He was a huge giant. He was a Nephilim. And or either a Rephaim or Anakim. And Og went up to Mount Yahatz and took therefrom one large stone, the length of which was 3 parsa. Okay, so 3 parsa, the 4 miles. Og took up that stone, which was the length of 3 parsa, and he placed it on his head and resolved to throw it upon the camp of the children of Yasharel to smite all Yasharel with that stone. And the angel of Yahuwah came and pierced the stone upon the head of Og, and the stone fell upon the neck of Og, and Og fell to the earth on account of the weight of the stone upon his neck. Hallelujah. At that time Yahuwah said to the children of Yasharel, be not afraid of him, for I have given him and all his people and all his land into your hand, and you shall do to him as you did to Sicon. And Moshe went down to him with a small number of the children of Yasharel, and Moshe smote Og with a stick at the ankles of his feet and slew him. The children of Yasharel afterward pursued the children of Og and all his people, and they beat and destroyed them till there was no remnant of them left. Moshe afterwards sent some of the children of Yasharel to spy out Yaazir, for Yaazir was a very famous city. And the spies went to Yaazir and explored it, and the spies trusted in Yahuwah, and they fought against the men of Yaazir. And these men took Yaazir and its villages, and Yahuwah delivered them into their hand, and they drove out the Amorim who had been there. And the children of Yasharel took the land of the 2 kings of the Amorim, 60 cities, which were on the other side of the Yarden, from the brook of Arnon unto the Mount Carmel. And the children of Yasharel journeyed and came unto the plain of Moab, which is on this side of the Yarden by Jericho. And the children of Moab heard all the evil which the children of Yasharel had done to the 2 kings of the Amorim, to Sicon and to Og. So all the men of Moab were greatly afraid of Yasharel, and the elders of Moab said, behold, the 2 kings of the Amorim, Sicon and Og, who were more powerful than all the kings of the earth, could not stand against the children of Yasharel. How then can we stand before them? Surely they sent us a message before now to pass through our land on their way, and we would not suffer them. Now they will turn upon us with their heavy swords and destroy us. And Moab was distressed on account of the children of Yasharel. Remember, Yahuwah told them not to bother or start a fight or fight against Moab. And Moab came from Lot, Abraham's nephew. He should have knew, they should have known Yahuwah. And they should have known that Yahuwah wouldn't allow Yasharel to fight them. But no. Moab was distressed on the account of the children of Yasharel, and they were greatly afraid of them. And they counseled together what was to be done to the children of Yasharel. And the elders of Moab resolved and took one of their men, Balak the son of Zippor, the Moabi, and made him king over them. And the elders of Moab rose up and sent the children of Midian to make peace with them, for a great battle and enmity had been in those days between Moab and Midian from the days of Hadad the son of Bedad, the king of Edom, who smote Midian in the field of Moab unto these days. And the children of Moab sent to the children of Midian, and they made peace with them. And the elders of Midian came to the land of Moab and to make peace on behalf of the children of Midian. So instead of joining with their relative Yasharel, which they would be cousins, distant cousins, relatives, family, blood. Instead of joining with them, they joined with their enemy, their sworn enemy. They went and made peace with them. And sought counsel from their enemies' elders as to what to do to save their lives from Yasharel. And the children of Moab said to the elders of Midian, Now therefore the children of Yasharel lick up all that are around about us, as the ox licks up the grass of the field. For thus did they do to the two kings of the Amorim, who are stronger than we are. And the elders of Midian said to Moab, We have heard that at the time when Sikon, the king of the Amorim, fought against you, when he prevailed over you and took your land, he had sent to Beor the son of Giannis, and to Balaam the son of Aram Naharaim, and they came and cursed you. Therefore did the hand of Sikon prevail over you, and he took your land. Now therefore send you also to Balaam, his son, for he still remains in his land, and give him his hire, that he may come and curse all the people of whom you are afraid. So the elders of Moab heard this thing, and it pleased them to send Balaam, the sorcerer of the Pharaoh of Egypt, those who held their relatives captive. It pleased them to send Balaam to the son of Beor. So Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent messengers to Balaam, saying, Behold, there is a people come out from Mizraim. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Now therefore come and curse this people for me, for they are too mighty for me. Perchance I shall prevail to fight against them and drive them out. For I heard that he whom you bless is blessed, and whom you curse is cursed. So the messengers of Balak went to Balaam and brought Balaam to curse the people to fight against Moab. And Balaam came to Balak to curse Yasharel, and Yahuwah said to Balaam, Curse not this people, for it is blessed. And Balak urged Balaam day by day to curse Yasharel, but Balaam hearkened not to Balak on account of the word of Yahuwah which he had spoken to Balaam. And when Balak saw that Balaam would not accede to his wish, he rose up and went home. And Balaam also returned to his land, and he went from there to Midian. And the children of Yasharel journeyed from the plain of Moab and pitched by the Yarden from Bet Ha Yeshimot even unto Avel Shittim at the end of the plains of Moab. Or is that? No, it's Shittim. And when the children of Yasharel abode in the plain of Shittim, they began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And that's how they were able to, that's how they cursed themselves. And the children of Yasharel approached Moab, and the children of Moab pitched their tent opposite to the camp of the children of Yasharel. And the children of Moab were afraid of the children of Yasharel. And the children of Moab took all their daughters and their women of beautiful aspect and comely appearance, and dressed them in gold and silver and costly garments. And the children of Moab seated those women at the door of their tents, in order that the children of Yasharel might see them and turn to them, and not fight against Moab. And all the children of Moab did this thing to the children of Yasharel, and that was at Balaam's advice. Remember from Exodus, or it might have went into the next book from Exodus. But Balaam told him he can't curse, told Balak that he's not able to curse what Yahuwah has blessed, but he told Balak that they could get the children of Yasharel to curse themselves by having them to commit fornication and abomination with the daughters of Moab, because Moab is a cursed seed because of their incest. They came from the seed of Lot and his daughters. That's why they're cursed. So, once they got them to sleep with the girls of Moab by seating them at the doors of their tents, the children of Yasharel saw the act of the children of Moab, and the children of Yasharel turned the daughters of Moab and coveted them, turned to the daughters of Moab and coveted them, and they went to them. And it came to pass that when an Ivri came to the door of the tent of Moab and saw a daughter of Moab and desired her in his heart, and spoke with her at her door of the tent, that which he desired. While they were speaking together, the men of the tent would come out and speak to the Ivri, the Hebrew, like unto these words: Surely you know that we are brethren. We are all the descendants of Lot and the descendants of Abraham his brother. Wherefore then will you not remain with us? And wherefore will you not eat our bread and our sacrifice? And when the children of Moab had thus overwhelmed him with their speech, and enticed him by their flattering words, they seated him in the tent and cooked and sacrificed for him, and ate of their sacrifice and their bread. Then they gave them wine to drink, and he drank and became intoxicated. And they placed before him a beautiful damsel, and he did with her as he liked, for he knew not what he was doing, as he had drunk the plentiful wine. Thus did the children of Moab to Yasharel in that place in the plain of Shittim, and the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yasharel on account of this matter. And he sent a pestilence amongst them, and there died of Yasharel 24,000 men. Now there was a man of the children of Simon, whose name was Zimri, the son of Caleb, who connected himself with the Midiani Cosbi, the daughter of Sur, king of Midian, in the sight of all the children of Yasharel. And Pinachak, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw this wicked thing which Zimri had done, and he took a spear and rose up and went after them and pierced them both and slew them. And the pestilence ceased from the children of Yasharel. So, like I always tell my daughters, it's not blood that makes family. It's loyalty that makes family. And it is that way till this day. So just because we're the bloodline of Judah, it doesn't mean that we're above anybody or that we're righteous. If we don't realize that our righteousness is from Yahuwah, then we might as well be of the other nations. If we don't realize that our righteousness is from Yahusha, his son, who died for us and took the punishment for our sins upon himself, then we might as well cross over to the side of the goats. sheep and goats, the two divisions in the end when the kingdom comes. So now I read Deuteronomy 28, because I think I'm going to come back and read 86, 87, and 88 of Jasher up until the death of Moshe tomorrow night, hopefully. If y'all's willing, do what he tells me when he tells me. Okay, so Deuteronomy 28, 27 spoke of the curses. But now, as his people are waking up in the land of our captivity, we're coming into the blessings. And whether you believe it or not, his people are coming into the blessings. The children of the slaves, the descendants of the slaves. And it's fine if you don't believe it, then I guess that means that you're not going to come into his blessings. Because we went through 400 years of the curses. And he said he would wake us up in the land of our captivity after 400 years. So I believe what he says. He gave me ears to hear. He gave me eyes to see. And if you want eyes to see and ears to hear, he'll give them to you too. So Deuteronomy 28. And it shall come to pass, if you shall hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahuwah Eloheka, Yahuwah your Elohim, to guard and to do all his commandments, which I command you this day, that Yahuwah Eloheka will set you on high above all the nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come unto you and overtake you, if you shall hearken unto the voice of Yahuwah Eloheka. Blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed shall you be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your cattle, the increase of your kind, and the flocks of your sheep. Blessed shall be your basket and your store. Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you go out. Yahuwah shall cause your enemies that rise up against you to be smitten before your face. They shall come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. Yahuwah shall command the blessing upon you in your storehouses and in all that you set your hand to do. And he shall bless you in the land which Yahuwah Eloheka gives you. Yahuwah shall establish you a holy people, a set-apart people unto himself, as he has sworn 7 oaths to you, if you shall guard the commandments of Yahuwah Eloheka and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of Yahuwah, and they shall be afraid of you. And Yahuwah shall make you plenteous in goods, in the fruit of your body, and in the fruit of your cattle, and in the fruit of your ground, in the land which Yahuwah swore 7 oaths unto your fathers to give you. Yahuwah shall open unto you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain unto your land in his season, and to bless all the work of your hands. And you shall lend unto many nations, and you shall not borrow. And Yahuwah shall make you the head and not the tail, and you shall be above only, and you shall not be beneath. If that you hearken unto the commandments of Yahuwah Eloheka, which I command you this day, to guard and do them. And you shall not go aside from any of the words which I command you this day, to the right hand nor to the left, to go after other Elohim to serve them. The work of our hands, the created things rather than the creator of the things. Those are other Elohim. It's not just Buddha, and it's not just those deities that people make up, Baal, Buddha, Baphomet, and all that. It's the things that we create with our own hands, that we work for and purchase and put in our house. We can't bow down to those things. We can't do just anything to get those things, because that's worshiping things. When the things should be worshiping us. Because it's Yahuwah that gives us the power to get things, the power to get riches, and they're to serve us and not us them. 15, but it shall come to pass, if you will not hearken unto the voice of Yahuwah Eloheka, to guard to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field. Cursed shall be your basket and your store. Cursed shall be the fruit of your body, and the fruit of your land, the increase of your kind, and all the flocks of your sheep. Cursed shall you be when you come in, and cursed shall you be when you go out. Yahuwah shall send upon you cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that you set your hand upon for to do, until you be destroyed, and until you perish quickly because of the wickedness of your doings, whereby you have forsaken me. Yahuwah shall make a pestilence cleave unto you, until he has consumed you from off the land whither you go to possess it. Yahuwah shall smite you with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with the blasting, and with mildew. And they shall pursue you until you perish. All these things our people have experienced under the curses of disobedience, the disobedience of our ancestors, and what they passed down to us, our disobedience. And your heaven that is over your head shall be brass, and the earth that is under you shall be iron. Yahuwah shall make the rain of your land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon you until you be destroyed. Yahuwah shall cause you to be smitten before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. All those things happen to us. We're scattered all over the earth. And your carcass shall be meat unto the fowls of the air. You know that song, Strange Fruit? Listen to it. And unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. Yahuwah will smite you with the botch of Mizraim, and with the tumors, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof you cannot be healed. All these curses that he put on Egypt to free us from Egypt. But then we turn back to Egypt. We turn back to bondage. He freed us from Egypt so we wouldn't have to serve strange gods, so we could serve him. But we chose to serve strange gods in the land that he gave us, the land of milk and honey. So 20 Yahuwah smited us with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And we groped at noonday as the blind gropes in darkness. And we did not prosper in our ways. Black Wall Street. We did not prosper after all that work. And we were only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man was able to save us. Not Martin Luther King, not John F. Kennedy, not Malcolm X. Not any of those men that died fighting for our equality, fighting for our rights to be human in this land of our captivity. And when you betrothed a woman, another man lied with her. You built a house and you weren't able to dwell in it. You planted vineyards and you were not able to eat the grapes. Your ox shall be slain before your eyes, and you shall not eat the meat. Your ass was violently taken from before your face and was not given back to you. We never got our 40 acres and a mule. Your sheep were given unto your enemies, and there was none to rescue them. Our sons and daughters were given unto another people, and our eyes looked and failed with longing for them all the day long. And there was no might in our hands to rescue our children. The fruit of our land and all of our labors, a nation which we did not know, ate up, and we were oppressed and crushed always. And we were mad for the sight of our eyes, which we did see. Yahuwah smote us in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that could not be healed from the sole of our feet unto the top of our head. Yahuwah brought us and our kings, the which we sat over ourselves, unto a nation that we nor our fathers ever knew. And here we served other Elohim of wood and stone. We came to astonishment. We became an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all the nations, whither Yahuwah led us. We carried much seed out into the field and gathered but little in, and even that the locusts consumed. We planted vineyards and dressed them, but we neither drank of the wine nor gathered the grapes, for the worms ate them up. We had olive trees throughout all our coasts, but were not able to anoint ourselves with the oil. The olive cast out its fruit. We begat sons and daughters, but we were not able to enjoy them because they went into captivity. All of our trees and our fruit the locust consumed. The stranger that comes to us rises up very high above us, and we go down very low beneath them. And he lended to us, and we were not able to lend to him. And he was the head, and we were the tail. All these curses came upon us and pursued us and overtook us until we were destroyed, because we hearkened not unto the voice of Yahuwah Eloheka to guard his commandments and his statutes which he commanded us. And they were upon us as a sign and a wonder, and upon our seed forever, because we served not Yahuwah Eloheka with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore we served our enemies, which Yahuwah sent against us, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he put a yoke of iron upon our necks until he destroyed us. Yahuwah brought a nation against us from afar, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies. A nation whose tongue you shall not understand. We did not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which did not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. And he ate the fruit of our cattle, the fruit of our land, until we were destroyed. And also did not leave us any grain behind, no wine or oil or incense of our kind, or flocks of our sheep, until he destroyed us. And he besieged us in all of our gates until our high and fenced walls came down, the walls that we trusted in throughout all of our lands. And he besieged us in all of our gates throughout all of our lands, which Yahuwah Eloheka gave us. And we ate the fruit of our own body and the flesh of our sons and daughters, which Yahuwah Eloheka gave us in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith our enemies did distress us. So that man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes were evil toward his brother and toward the women of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children which he has left, so that he will not give to any of them the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he had nothing left to him in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith our enemies shall distress us, or did distress us, in all of our gates. The tender and delicate woman amongst us, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes did see and be evil toward the man of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that comes out from between her feet, and toward her children which she did bear. For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith our enemies did distress us in the gates. We did not guard to do all the words of the Torah that are written in this Sefer, that we may fear this, that we were to fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahuwah Eloheka, the beginning and the end and everything in between, the Aleph and the Tav. Then Yahuwah made our plagues wonderful, and the plagues of our seed even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Moreover, he brought upon us all the diseases of Egypt, which we were afraid of, and they did cleave unto us. Also every sickness and every plague that is not written in the Sefer of this Torah, them did Yahuwah bring upon us until we were destroyed. And we were left few in number, whereas we were as the stars of the heavens for multitude, because we did not obey the voice of Yahuwah Eloheka. And it did come to pass that as Yahuwah had rejoiced over us to do us good and to multiply us, so Yahuwah did rejoice over us to destroy us and to bring us to naught. And we were plucked off from the land whither we went in to possess it. And Yahuwah did scatter us among all people from one end of the earth even to the other. And there we served other Elohim, which neither us nor our fathers knew, even wood and stone. And among these nations we found no ease, and the soles of our feet never had rest. But Yahuwah gave us a trembling heart there, and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind, and our lives hang in doubt before us, and we fear day and night, and have no assurance of our lives. In the mornings we said, would to Yahuwah it was evening. And at the evening we said, would to Yahuwah it were morning. For the fear of our hearts wherewith we did fear, and for the sight of our eyes which we did see. And Yahuwah shall bring you into Egypt, and Yahuwah did bring us into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spoke unto you. You shall see it no more again. And there we were sold, here we were sold unto our enemies for bondsmen and bondswomen, and no man bought us to set us free. Not truly. These are the words of the covenant which Yahuwah commanded Moshe to cut with the children of Yasharel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he cut with them in Korah. And they all came to pass. But now that we're awakening after 407 years in the land of our captivity, hold not your peace, O Yahuwah of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They compassed me about also with the words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. For my love they are my adversaries, but I give myself unto prayer. And they have rewarded me evil for good and hatred for my love. Set you a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. When he shall be judged, let him be condemned, and let his prayer become sin. Let his days be few, and let another take his office. Let his children be fatherless, and his woman a widow. Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he has, and let the stranger spoil his labor. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following let their name be blotted out. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with El Yahuwah, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them before Yahuwah continually. Let them be before Yahuwah continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth, because that he remembered not to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. As he loved cursing, so let it come unto him. As he delighted not in blessing, so let it be far from him. As he clothed himself with cursing like as with a garment, so let it come into his bowels like water, and like oil into his bones. Let it be unto him as the garment which covers him, and for a belt wherewith he is girded continually. Let this be the reward of my adversaries from Yahuwah, of our adversaries from Yahuwah, and of them that speak evil against our souls. But do for us, O Yahuwah Adonai, for your name's sake, because your mercy is good. Deliver us, for we are poor and needy, and our hearts are wounded within us. We are gone like the shadow when it declines. We are tossed up and down as the locusts. Our knees are weak through fasting, and our flesh fails of fatness. We have become also a reproach unto them. When they look upon us, they shake their heads. Help us, O Yahuwah Eloheu. Save us according to your mercy, that they may know that it is your hand, that you, Yahuwah, have done it. Let them curse, but bless you. When they arise, let them be ashamed, but let your servants rejoice. Let our adversaries be clothed with shame, and let them cover themselves with their own confusion as with a mantle. We will greatly praise Yahuwah with our mouths, yea, we will praise him among the multitude, for he shall stand at the right hand of the poor to save him from those who condemn his soul. Yah add a blessing to the reading, the hearing, and the doing of his word. Thank you, Father Yahuwah, for your daily bread, for your living water. Thank you for eyes to see and for ears to hear, for hearts to receive and understand. Thank you for washing us clean from the residue of slavery, for changing our mindsets, Father Yahuwah, into the kingdom mindset, for bringing your kingdom to earth. Let us walk in our purpose here, in the spirit of obedience through Mashiach. In your mighty name, Yahuwah, in the name of your son Yahusha, and Ruach HaKodesh, it is so. Shalom, shalom to the 10 tribes, Judah and Ephraim.